Everybody, I'm presuming this is live. Da, 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 da. Nice to see you all.
I should really check for you, shouldn't I? I'm busy catching up on my messages.
Yeah, no, it's all right. I think we're live. Okay, so hi everybody, it's Ruth here from Artful Stampin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sharing the platform with my sister tonight because we've figured out how to use Zoom on YouTube. So I'm going to be stamping, or crafting in a second because I've got the paper pumpkin kit in front of me. But before I do that, I'll let Esther perhaps show what you've been up to for the last half an hour while I share this out to my channel, my Facebook group rather. So Esther, do you mind showing what you've done? And then
Might want to put the.
You can just
Yeah.
if you want to.
So I've just been working with some alternatives with the paper pumpkin kit. The kit does come with suggestions, but I did one simple card using a slightly different layout. So just using one of those gold cutout words, the flowers, popped up on some dimensionals with those with the lovely thread that comes in the kit. And then you probably can't see it on screen, but this is embossed paper that's pre-embossed as well. And then we wanted to step it up a bit for those maybe who are a bit more used to crafting, maybe got a little bit of a stash already. I've added some gold gilded dots, and we did a bit of an ombre effect on the emboss. I've just added this. You can actually add blending to the actual card as well, so don't feel that the card is out of bounds. You can stamp or do stuff on the actual background of that card as well. So that's nice to know. And then I did a one sheet wonder. So I've got my post-it notes still on the stencil. So your gold words come on a sheet like this, which they just pop out. But in order to use them as a stencil, you need to cover around the words so it doesn't contaminate when you do a one sheet wonder. I've already cut the sheet down, but hopefully you'll get some idea of what it looks like. I've not stuck it down to card yet, but I've used those words and they've come out as a stencil, and they've got some really nice bold words in the background. Then I used one of the sentiments that you'd probably normally put in the inside of card, stuck it on the outside, stamped on the outside, the wishing you a happy Christmas, filled with fun and laughter. And looking at that stamp, you can actually stamp it and then cut out the word happy Christmas if you wanted to. So, or the word fun and laughter, or filled with fun. You know, you've got lots of options. So don't feel that you're limited to just one thing. And if you look closely, if you've been following Ruth, you might hear her use the word dottage, and I use the little berries that come in the kit as my dottage on my one sheet wonder. So yeah, it's fun to play with, and like I said before, and I'll say it again, once you have the stamp set, it is yours for life. It's up to you what you do with it. And you know, the wreath, it doesn't have any, the wreath is separate from the berries. So if you want to do a spring wreath, you could, and obviously you're not limited to your Christmas colours. You can use it for all year round. So hello everybody, and catching up on comments. So if you don't normally, I just got a little plug. If you've never met me before, I'm Esther, Ruth's youngest sister. I think Helen's on the chat. We all have YouTube channels. I could be found at Stampin' Star Creations. Thanks, Ruth. You're still muted, so I can talk.
Not anymore. Okay, hi everybody, really lovely to see you. So yes, it's a bit of a double act tonight. Esther might go in a bit though, because she's got bed to go to. She's got work in the morning, haven't you? Got work?
Yeah, I'm working tomorrow. I'll sit and have my cup of tea now.
Today, haven't you? You've been working on your Stampin' Up business today. Just different kind of work. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys to be able to see me on, so add that there, get rid of my, actually, I could get rid of Esther as well, can't I? What? Remove. Okay, right, so you can see my desk, hi. There's my hands. That's the familiar sight, isn't it? Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and pre-cut some soft seafoam cardstock because I really loved the pattern on this card. So this is one of the card bases, and I thought it'd be a shame just to use it up in one go. I want to have a go perhaps getting a little bit more out of it. So I wondered if it would be fun to cut out some shapes using a punch. So let's see if that works. And then also cut out a shape from here and have that in the middle like that. And I've already mounted that lovely wreath on a block, and I wondered how it would look if we just stamped in soft seafoam on soft seafoam and saw what it was like.
I think it's still on your face rather than your hands.
Oops.
Because it was glowing around your face rather than...
Oh yeah, we were in
I was trying to talk and I'd muted myself. So.
Okay, so I'll just spotlight that.
Babsy just said, are we going to see your workspace? Martina's asking if you got new specs.
No, I don't have new specs, no. I've got a new big spot though. Just going to say it so that everybody, you know, knows that I do know.
You can't even see it on camera. You do know that, don't you?
Right, so now I can't decide. Do I go for an all over? I'm going to try an all over design. Okay, let's see if this can work. Oh, excusez-moi. So
Bonnie says she loves soft seafoam.
It's lovely. The only thing about stamping with it on a live is that it's quite hard for it to show up on a live, but it is such a beautiful colour.
Do you need to re-ink it?
Might do.
Or is it your lighting?
Yeah, it could be my lighting is a bit too bright. Okay, so the other stamp that comes is that flower. So I'm wondering whether I just want an overall coverage really. This. I'm wondering whether to get one of those lights that you have, Esther, those ring lights, because my bright light is sort of over there. And I think it might be better for me to have a light right over what I'm doing instead. Yeah.
It's a nice soft glow. I would say the only disadvantage is any reflection. So you obviously get reflection on your trimmer and stamper, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, you know, I think you probably need to re-ink your ink pad.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm liking how that looks. So, do we want to?
It's nice in that lighter colour.
Joy. That looks quite cute. And we could actually stamp with a bit of soft suede. I'm wondering whether to stamp kind of immediately around where that would go, to have some little leafies peeking out. So from there, like that.
Helen's wondering if you could put a filter on your light.
Yeah, I wonder if I can turn it away for a... The only problem is I get the shadow of my light above me then.
It's tricky. You've got to kind of just, especially if you're doing stuff in the night time, you're very difficult not to have shadows. I have 3 lights, and even then it's, you know, you don't always get it right. No,
that's right. Okay, so to get a little bit of darker shadowing on my little circle, I'm just going to roll my circle around in there. So that ends up with a little bit of a definition around there. And I did mount up those cute little berries. I'm wondering whether to just use this as a little bit of dottage. Around the place. And this is a kind of a masterclass in how to do detail, but just keep it pretty simple. That makes sense. Just to keep the focus centered and do a little bit of detail around there so that the eye is drawn towards that center.
It also shows a different way to use your stamps, and as soon as you introduce a different colour, it can make a project look completely different.
Yeah.
Martina says, "Ah, Ruth and Esther, you both are enlightened in your own way."
Indeed, we are. Oh, now I got left over on my desk a little bit of that white pigment ink, and it hasn't gone completely dry yet. And so I wonder...
Can you rejuvenate it with water?
Yeah, I've got a little... I was drinking out of this cup, but I'll just put a clean brush. I dipped a clean brush in it. So I'm wondering if we just paint the inside of these berries. Just helps to lift it a little bit. Oh, hold on, let me see if I can tilt this a bit, and then that way you don't get the shadow. There we go.
Look quite fun if you splatter it as well, wouldn't it?
Oh,
white.
now that's what I forgot to do yesterday on yesterday's live. I stamped the dots on, and then afterwards, after I was not live anymore, I thought, I could have done splattering. So shall we do that? We could do that now. I'm going to end up with white dots everywhere, but never mind.
Monica says, Ruth, I'll send a photo of the light I have. It sits in front of me on my desk and it has 3 levels of lighting. Oh, that's getting a bit posh, Monica.
Well, my husband...
Beverly says, pretty.
For Christmas last year, he bought me the camera holder that I'm using, and it's been brilliant. It's probably been one of the best presents he's ever got me. So I could drop him some hints, couldn't I? About lighting.
If you shout loud enough, he might hear.
Yeah, I think he's upstairs. Okay, so
Bonnie says the peeping flowers are a good idea.
What did she say?
The peeping flowers are a good idea.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to let that dry. Let's move on to another one while that dries, because it's got little white dots all over it.
Were you going to add the red flower onto that one?
No. I think I'll leave that one. I have got the red flower here, though. And I'm wondering whether to use... Ooh. So Stampin' Up
Susan says...
Carry on.
So Susan Tabachinik. Hello, Ruth. Just catching you. I live in New York, USA, so I get paper pumpkin monthly.
Nice.
That's like a tongue twister. Hi, Susan.
So this is a great way to make your pieces go a bit further. Put that there. Okay. And
Welcome, Karen from Bishop Auckland. Martina says, I always like white spots. It makes everything more gleaming. Therefore, some white between stamping saves you applying white colour. Great top tip there from Label Mabel. Label Mabel. Label Mabel.
It's not a label.
Martina, I just gave you a new name. I'm going to call you that from now on, Martina.
Mabel Label.
Yeah.
That Martina's
No,
new...
Label Mabel.
Oh, Label Mabel.
It's her new name. Yeah.
Well, there was a live that I did a couple of weeks ago where we had a crazy Aunt Mabel gate crash the party with her magenta. Madness.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. What's madness? Madness of magenta with Mabel.
Was.
Wow. Deborah Broughton says, are we starting to get paper pumpkin more regularly in the UK?
Well, there's a question, Deborah, that we don't know the answer to.
£1 million question, that is.
Yeah, we don't know. It's a matter of logistics. It's quite complicated when you've got an American company having to forecast sales in other markets and design and ship these things. So it does get a wee bit complicated. So, okay, so I've just used that lovely oak leaf punch to cut some extra oak leaves because I want to build up my little... What's Esther laughing at?
Martina says, is Mabel a cow's name? Well, no problem there. Martina, I would not ever, ever call you a cow. Is Mabel a cow's name?
No.
Daisy's a cow's
I was
name.
going to say Daisy's a cow's name. Well, I just suppose anything could be a cow's name.
It was my boss's old dog's name, but she was rather cute.
What, like Martina?
I wouldn't put cute with Martina.
Wouldn't you?
Martina is strong and wise and inspirational. Deborah says, Mabel was my mother's name.
There we go. Good name.
There you go. I hope that answers your question, Martina.
Oh, I think you're right. It does need
Cindy
ringing.
says, well, you know, try to tell you. Do the old, how do we tell if your ink pad needs rinking, Ruth? Come on.
Oh, do you want me to show you? Yeah,
Everyone's got their association with the name, Mabel now. Ermintrude is a cow's name.
No, it doesn't need re-inking. Look at that.
Shouldn't have any problem then.
Esther, look at that. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's the
pressing
test, ladies and gents.
Right, so then we want a little bit of this to protrude. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I've got my label that needs to go there. So let's have a few more leaves.
Yeah, label Mabel. Bonnie says, I wish I knew Martina. Oh, I think we all wish we knew Martina. She's just like, she's a legend, aren't you, Martina?
She is.
Little do you know it, but you are a legend.
Everyone's grandma, Martina. She's the grandma that everyone wishes they had.
She's like an honorary grandma, aren't you?
Mm. Although I was calculating the other day,
Martina said, I know
to my mother. Sorry, go on, Esther.
Same what?
She's actually same age as our mum.
I didn't hear what you cut out.
Oh, I said Martina's the same age as our mum.
Yeah, Mummy's a grandma. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I don't see my mum as a grandma.
Mummy's a grandma, isn't she? Oh, I see.
Right, I'm sorry, but I don't like this big white border around here.
Oh, all these things are scrolling by.
I can't cope. But I think it's because I'm putting this...
Martina said, I knew a cow named Mabel. It's because you're putting it on a colour. did you say?
Yes, because I'm putting it on soft sea foam. Having the white background just doesn't work for me. There we go, that's better. So then
That's
I'm
better.
going to trim these off. Oh my life, I don't think I'm going to cut around all those berries. Just going to do that. Cheat a wee bit. You know what, I'm not even going to use.
Deborah said, a good way to test, listen, a good way to test whether an ink pad needs inking is to smear it across your snoring husband's face. Oh, Deborah.
Wow, I tell you what, the game's Deborah.
Helen says there was the cow in the magic roundabout.
Yeah, what was the name of that cow?
Well, Helen reckons it was Mabel.
Oh, it might have been.
Deborah Mitchum's got to write some minutes up. Nice to check in and see what you're up to. Have to write up minutes while they're still fresh. Always the best time to write minutes when the meeting's just happened. Oh, it's Ermintrude. Ermintrude, not Mabel. We've sidetracked the name Mabel. So funny. Bonnie says, I wish we had a berry punch so we wouldn't have to fussy cut. Well, Bonnie, have I got news? No, well, no, it's not quite a berry as such, but it is a form of berry coming our way.
Really?
Just saying, hashtag.
I can't remember.
You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No idea.
Jeannie, I'm on Zoom.
I remember
I'm chatting
now.
over Zoom. I'm not actually.
Yes, we do have a punch coming our way. It's a berry. A rather large berry, though.
Babsy has to go.
Oh, bye, Babsy.
Can you say bye to Babsy, please? She has to go.
Bye, Babsy. Okay, I'm happier with that now. I didn't like all that white border. Oops. Okay, guys. Sorry about the gold reflection. I'll flick that over, I think, for now. So...
You could have just stamped that red flower now, don't you? You could have just stamped the flower.
No, I couldn't. Oh. Okay, so when you have a little bit,
yeah, I suppose it would have gone the green, wouldn't it?
It is always worth securing that. And the way to do that is just cut a little piece the right size to attach. I'm just going to attach another bit there. And then you bring in your, just to double check where it needs to go. Oh, and then take off the backing paper. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Let's try again. There we go. Right. Getting there, getting there. Bit like that. Bit like that. Now, once you sort of know where things are going, you can just get your dimensional and just stick it right over the top like that, because we're going to be sticking that banner over the top of it. So we need to have these there anyway. So just double check all my...
Martina, the foil comes in the kit. The words and the banner is all part of the paper pumpkin kit. Although Stampin' Up do sell the gold foil.
Oh yes, we've got that lovely brushed foil at the moment. That's really nice.
I'm amazed how much I've used. I nearly finished mine.
Okay, popping that there like that. So just double check what's happening. Oh, that's covered up. Pop you up there like that.
Hi, Laurie. Paper pumpkin, it's called. Paper pumpkin.
Yeah, so the paper pumpkin kit is £20. Obviously, if you order it directly to your home, it's going to cost you an extra £4.95 postage, but I think it's probably worth it. Maybe add a couple of other things to your order as well. Something like, I tell you what is worth adding
Linda.
is the note cards and envelopes, because once you have this kit, if you do what I'm doing and what Esther did earlier, where we sort of deconstruct the kit and not use it how Stampin' Up has designed us to use it, or so Stampin' Up provide ideas of what you can do with it, but you can deconstruct it and use it however you want to use it. Sorry, I'm getting all in a bit of a tiz here with my dimensionals. And yeah, you can kind of like find a different way of using it, really. So rather than just making, how many, is it 8 cards? I think it's designed to make. You can actually make a
yeah, I think it's 8.
Right. Oh my goodness.
6, 7, 8.
All of a sweat. Whew.
So Deborah Broughton said, how do you use foil? Deborah, where have you been, love?
Yeah.
I'll answer it and then I'll let Ruth answer because I've gate crashed. I love using foil to add that touch of luxury and just to add that something to your card. So if you just want to make your card that extra special, particularly Christmas cards, metallics are great for that pop of something that's missing. Maybe you're lacking the right colour dimensionals or things like that. Metallics can just create a really nice touch to your cards. You can use it as a border, so use it as a frame for your work, and I tend to just cut out the middle so you still got some more foil to use. You can punch it, you can die cut it, you know, anyhow you would use normal paper or specialty paper, you would just use the foil. So for example, with Ruth's card that she's working on at the moment, you could cut out some gold sprigs and add it, or some little leaves and add it to the decoration and display. So okay, I'll let Ruth answer. that's I love foil.
Yeah, I would say it's great for
metallic.
if you are trying to be a bit frugal, instead of having to buy, I think Esther meant the word embellishments, not dimensionals earlier, when she said you can have gold dimensionals. She didn't mean that, she meant embellishments. Yeah, so you can cut out.
I speak and I don't realise that I've said things.
So if you just punch out leaves, little circles, you can stick those on instead of embellishments. Also, you can just do little matting sort of, if you cut them into slithers, you can just create matting areas around your sentiments, things like that. Yeah, I think I agree with what Esther said. It's just, it helps to give a touch of luxury. Okay, so I'm going to grab.
Deborah wasn't talking about
old sequins.
Sorry, Deborah, I went off on a tangent. She meant the little pot of foil. Do you mean the gold? What's it called, Ruth?
Oh, the gold flakes.
The flaky stuff that's coming in.
Oh, sorry.
Is that what you meant, Deborah? Sorry, I went off on a bit of on a bit of a tangent there, didn't I? So I'm a bit passionate about foil. Can you tell?
Stickers that come with the Stampin' Up kit, the paper pumpkin kit, and I'm actually going to use these to help me stick sequins on, because sometimes sequins can be a little bit tricky in that if you use wet glue, you do have to treat them carefully and make sure that they've dried. So I'm just sticking my little sticker on, and I'm going to peel that back, push that on, peel that back.
Good morning, Susan from Perth.
Hi. Oh, now where's my tweezers gone? Where's my little tool? Oh, actually, where's my pokey tool? Oh, there we go. This is what I want. A little.
Deborah, if it didn't help you, it might help somebody else.
Oh my goodness, this is so easy. So these are some sequins that have retired, unfortunately, but I'm sure you have got sequins in your collection that you can use. And it honestly is making sticking this on so much easier. She says if it will come off her finger. Okay.
Welcome, Cindy. Good to see you. I'm glad my explanation wasn't wasted, Deborah. I think also with that foil stuff that's coming in, you probably would use it in the same way that you would probably use embossing. I wasn't listening to what you said, Ruth, in answer to that question. But so when Sarah Douglas, the CEO of Stampin' Up, and her mum, who's the founder of the company, they did a demonstration with the gold flakes, and very helpfully they said, you know, what's the difference between the emboss like gold emboss and actually using the gold flakes. And it was amazing, the difference actually. With the flakes you get a shiny textured gold, and with the embossing it looked like a duller gold. And my brain's ticking with ideas with that gold stuff. I can't wait to play with it. So if you're wondering what we're talking about, there's some new gold flaky flakes coming out in the new catalogue next year.
Some gold flaky flakes.
Yeah.
Right, just going to add a little bit of dottage.
You don't heat the flakes, but you heat some, what's it called again?
Oh, the
heat and stick powder, isn't it?
I know.
So anything that's sticky can basically. Sorry,
I was just saying I know I haven't done my sentiment yet, but
anything that's sticky will stick the flakes to it. So I think they also used tear and tape on it.
Oh yeah, tear and tape was awesome. Okay, so on this sentiment, trying to find a bigger block. On this sentiment here, it says, wishing you a very happy Christmas filled with fun and laughter. And I'm going to try and just stamp the fun and laughter portion. So I'm going to grab a Stampin' Right marker. I'm trying to see if I've got early espresso. I've got basic black. Oh, maybe a mossy meadow. Let's see if that works. Okay, so this is a great thing that you can do with the markers. If you just want a specific portion of a stamp inked up, you can use it. So where's my Happy Christmas? There it is there. So I'm just going to colour in Happy Christmas. And I'm hoping it's going to fit just about onto my white piece of card. So this is one of the tags that I've just popped out from the kit. So I'm just going to line that up there. Pop that over the top. Click your heels together. There's no place like my craft room. Ta-da! We've got
Jeannie says, I love this card, so pretty. Glenna says, I do too, Jeannie, it's so pretty.
Oh, thank you guys. Oh, now I tell you what would add the epitome of luxury for me. Now I'm going to use some dimensionals just to stick this portion on. So this is very much a 3D card. This is not one of those flat pack type cards, you know, single sheet cards. This is, you know,
it's not an IKEA card.
No, it's not an IKEA card. This is one of those, you have to put it with some bubble wrap if you're going to post it anywhere in the world. And also it's, yeah, handle with care type one. Okay.
It's a Marks and Spencer's card.
I just kind of like felt I wanted to have that bit of space there, and I don't know whether to just try and build up, you know, have a little leaf or something coming, because I've got a couple of leaves spare there, just to help pull that over in that direction. Just felt that that would be right. So again, we're going to use these edge pieces of the dimensionals to cut some smaller pieces. And Esther said on her live earlier, these dimensionals that come in the paper pumpkin kit are a little bit thicker than our normal ones. So these are 3 millimeters thick, whereas our normal dimensionals are 2 millimeters thick. So if you like layering, these are some great dimensionals. And I don't think you're going to use them all up even when you've completed your kit, to be honest. So, right, let's bring a little bit more bling-a-ling. And if you're wanting to make your card extra special, you can pop some bling-a-ling inside a sequin. Look at that. So these are the gold faceted gems. Esther made me buy these.
I've just used them on the card I'm making. They're just perfect.
Perfect. I'm not going to necessarily use them all of them. I might just pop a little one down there. Little one up there. Spread the love around, you know. Maybe like a little sneaky one there.
Channeling my inner minimalist.
Yeah, I was aiming for minimal and then I gave up. You know me, more is more, pile it on. Okay, so let's go back to that first one we were working on then. Bring that back in. We've got our lovely piece that we cut out earlier. And I've lost the circle. Oh, there it is. And I am wondering whether to
there it is.
One of these wreathy bits.
Martina says not Marks and Spencer's, Harrods.
Oh, praise indeed. I know.
Janine, sorry, is asking, is it too late to order this kit?
In America it is, I think. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think they've got their lovely gingerbread one.
Yeah, you've got the next one that
But not
you
in
wanted.
the UK. It's still just about available in the UK, but you need to act quickly.
So if in the UK and you want me to place an order, I might be putting an order in the next couple of days because I have got somebody who wants the kit and I've run out of a few bits myself. So I may be popping an order in. So if you want to order it and you want me to have a local, I can. Right, so let's have a think. Do we want to add any more bling to this or should we keep this one as a fairly minimal one? Now, the only thing is, we do have 2 dots to put on the joie. Joie? How do you pronounce that? Oh, you didn't do French, did you?
No. You're asking the wrong person.
All right, we'll just, I don't know what, let's pull out a little bit so that I've got space. I need this space.
Lorraine is still waiting for hers to arrive. FedEx is doing strange things these days.
Oh. Where are you, Lorraine?
Janine is shouting, bling, Glenna, bling, bling, Deborah, bling. Sharon reckons it's still available in Australia.
Oh, yes, in Australia. Yes, it is still available in the non-US markets. It's just that we had a message today to say that the stocks are running low. Oh, now, do we prefer the brown or do we want the white? votes on a postcard. No.
Oh, I'm so behind. I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Sorry, Esther?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong screen. I'm like 20 seconds behind.
Oh, look at your Zoom screen. So do you think the white or the brown?
I think I quite like the brown.
So if you didn't want to use the gold piece, you could just stamp the word joy. Put that over there. That would work, wouldn't it? And I use the 1.5 inch punch, by the way, just for reference. That's the 1.5 inch punch. And I use the, I can never remember the name of this.
Getting more votes for the white.
Okay. It does show up a bit more. I think on screen it shows up more as well.
I think, yeah, on screen, I think I preferred the other one. That's okay. The viewers have spoken.
Exactly. Right, so you just need the tiniest amount of glue. Oh my word. You could almost do with getting a bit of a scrap and moving that glue around, because even those little blobs of glue I know is going to be too much in my years of experience using this glue. It's good stuff and you don't need a lot of it. Right. Joy. Now, to get the dots on, what I'm going to do is apply. Oh, I was going to apply the glue. No, I don't think that's going to work.
Oh, it's running low in Australia too, says Vicky.
Is it? Okay, so a tiny little bit of glue. Now I'm going to pop these out, because you know what would happen if you pop these out too early? You're just going to lose them, aren't you? Let's face it. Okay, just lay it on gently. Lay that one on gently. There we go. Or I could have used the bling, I suppose, for the dots, couldn't I? That would have looked... Oh, that does look good. Shall I do that? All right. Shall we remove them then?
Just stick over it.
No, I've got it up with my little picky tool. Come on, come in with me. Because these gold blingy things are just fabulous. They're faceted. So
You're
you
welcome.
get that little bit of, oh no, this is Esther's fault. Just.
They're faceted, but they're not gaudy.
No. Now I need to have, I could send this to a lady I used to work for, a lovely, lovely lady I used to clean for called Françoise, and she spoke French. So I could send her this one for Christmas. Those of you who've watched my channel a long time, you all know that I used to have a little cleaning job. So there we go. Right, I think we're going to stop there. I'm pretty shattered. There we go. Those are my 2 cards from the paper pumpkin, guys. Sorry about the shadows. Let's kind of get rid of these shadows here. And tell me which your favourite is. Actually, technically that was the first one, wasn't it? So there's 1 and there's number 2. Right, let's see if we can do gallery view. Right, everyone can see everyone now. So guys, 1 or 2. I'm going to get my phone going again so I can read your comments. Thank you guys. Lovely to see you all. Good choice for bling. I know it's really good. Yes.
Lorraine says she'll send some paper pumpkin alternative designs that she has.
For this one, for Joy. Thanks, Lorraine.
I presume. So.
Yeah, sometimes if you're the sort of person that wants to be individually creative, it's best not to look at the pictures that come in the kit. you know, just don't look at them. Don't look at them, because
But it's broad, isn't it? It's great for people starting out that need some guidance and inspiration to put cards together.
yes.
But then if you're, you know, if you like what's in the kit but just want to do something else, that option's there, because it's not all stuck down for you. It's up to you.
Yeah.
And you put it together.
Just
Oh, you got mixed votes. Let's have a look. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. 6 votes for 2, 2 for 1.
Oops. Yeah, my mother-in-law recently bought a kit, and she pop all the bits out, get everything out, and then she just sit and stick it all together. So I might send her the leftovers actually.
Does she follow the instructions?
Yeah, she's a rule follower. Well, she's very new to it all, so she loved having something to follow. So
thank you, Janine.
Just wanted to show you, I've just tied a bow. So am I spotlighted, or is it my speaker view?
Your work surface is spotlighted.
Okay, great.
Oh no, speaker.
Hold on. Spotlight.
Let me just mute him.
There we go. Okay, so I've just tied a bow with that lovely thread, and I've just sort of pulled it all together like that. And I think that would just look nice behind there, because I was a bit concerned I didn't have something to break up that gold piece there. So I'm going to use this like a glue dot, that little dot that came with the kit. And I'm going to hope that that will come off. And that will be sticky enough for me to use. Yes, it has come off. So it sort of turned it into like a mini glue dot, really. I'm going to pop that in there. Sorry about the shadow. Right, there we go. There we go. That thread is gorgeous, Esther. It's so soft.
The cherry cobbler thread.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's soft actually for what it is. But you'd think it'd be, it's like linen thread, but red, isn't it? Oh, thanks, Bonnie. I try. People are liking my pigtails.
So are we? I can't figure out if oh, I've pinned you. How do I pin gallery view?
On you at the moment. Yeah, those glue dots in the kits are really handy, Lorraine, aren't they? Vicky, you haven't opened your paper pumpkin yet. I'm just gonna, I think it's on me, so I'm just gonna show you my card I just made while Ruth was on. This is my simple, clean and simple one, alternative. So obviously I embossed that earlier. I know it's probably coming out backwards. But...
Lovely. Right, great to see you all. Thank you for joining us. I hope that's given you some ideas of what to do with a kit. And if you haven't got your hands on the kit yet, and you're in the UK or Europe or Australia or New Zealand, or was it available in Japan? I can't remember. So if you're in any of those regions, you can place orders for them right now. And I would do as soon as you can, because, as I said, we had a message today to say the kits are running out. So you might see us use it again over the next few days, because we want to spread the word of how gorgeous this kit is. I have to say, this has been my favourite one of the year. The Spreading Sunshine one was super fun, but this one kind of ticks it for me. It's just some really lovely classic designs, and I really like how the wreath could probably be used all year round. It'd be great for a sympathy card. You know, it's just got that lovely elegance, I think, to the design, and that flower as well. So it'll be interesting to come on and maybe in the next few days do some cards with it that are happy birthday, sympathy, anniversary, that type of thing. Valentine's even, you know, if you're into sending little Valentine's cards or thank you notes. So if you're thinking ahead to all those lovely Stampin' Up! Christmas presents that you're going to be getting and you want to make some thank you notes, then this is quite a nice one for that. So like Esther, I'm going to be doing a wish list as well, wish list service. So if you want to write your wish lists, email them to me, but don't forget to email your friends and family and say, I have a wish list with Ruth from artfulstampin.co.uk. Please get in contact with her and I will arrange to purchase your prezzies for you, not pay for them, obviously. And I will then gift wrap them so that whoever's buying them doesn't have to do any gift wrapping. Might even throw in a tag or two so that they can write on it, so they don't even have to worry about that either. So yeah, last year I think I had a couple of people do that. So, you know, even if it's a few little odds and ends, little bits and pieces, so, you know, things that are in the catalogue that you go, oh, I would buy those, but oh no, I'll save them for another day. You know, Christmas is a great time to sort of perhaps have little stocking filler type things, isn't it? We get a few more embellishments and ribbons, and I'm trying to use my embellishments more because, to my shame, I have got a drawer full of retired stuff in there because I'm terrible at getting nice pretty stuff and then going, oh, it's too good to use. I can't. So that is going to be my new thing. So we have our Stampin' Up! Year starts in October. So that's my my resolution for our new Stampin' Up! Year, to use my embellishments up so that I don't have them at the end of the year. All right, Esther, you got to hold me to that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what my resolution can be. I'm trying to use up papers and make sure that I don't have any, well, actually, I'm not too bad for paper hoarding, but I do want to try and get through stashes rather than having paper left over. That's, if anything, I think that's my my thing.
Good. Well, any pale pieces of DSP I've got, I'm stamping on. I stamped on a piece of just designer series paper that had retired a while back, and it was fabulous because it meant I didn't have to stamp a texture in the background. So do look at your DSP in a slightly different way. You can, if it's light enough, you can stamp on it. If it's really dark, you could stamp with white, like I did.
I like using it for gift wrap as well. You know, even if it's a little something that you're giving to somebody. Again, I mean, I've given it now, but just any little thing that, particularly if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or if you've got something little to give to somebody, wrap it up in a bit of DSP. You know, you've got a whole pile of it sitting there, you might as well just use it. And it's just, you know, if you can just prettily package something just by wrapping it in a bit of pretty paper, it can make such a difference. And maybe you stick an embellishment on if you're in Ruth's case.
My motto at the moment is, why tie up one ribbon when you can use 3? So for my little boxes I made the other day, I tied 3 ribbons around it because I could. I got that from my upline, Monica. She is the queen of wrapping, isn't she? Esther, have you ever had a gift from Monica and she's tied it up? Oh, it's so beautiful. So
no, I've seen her lovely things. So
yeah. So
there we go. Bonnie says, I wish my husband could order with you for your gift wrap service.
Oh, bless.
Glenna says, group travel, group rate.
What, you guys all getting in a you're going to all hire an aeroplane to come over then, are you?
Martina says, yeah, that's why you demonstrators have to battle with me. I can use age-old stuff anytime.
Oh, bless. Oh, you guys are so kind. Right, well, hopefully when this thing is a bit calmer, unfortunately, numbers seem to be going up your side of the world, and numbers have been going up here as well. So I think we've just got to knuckle down, stay safe, be alert, be careful, you know, and be sensible.
So Norma Jean +1, what did I stumble on? She says. Welcome, Norma.
Hi,
We're
Norma.
crafting sisters. We've just been doing some stamping. You might want to go back and have a look.
So if you've never been to my channel before, this is a new thing that we've discovered. So this is my sister Esther. She's also a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I roped her in. I got her in. So and she's been loving it ever since, obviously. And so this is my channel, but Esther also has her own channel, Stampin' Star Creations, and we love creating and sharing and inspiring and just getting people to realize that they can be creative and they have that ability. And it's about practicing and having a go and being free and enjoying it, and then sharing it with other people and sharing, you know, something handmade, handcrafted, and making someone's day. So if you like what you see, please do subscribe, hit that bell button. Apparently there are options now, so you can subscribe and hit the bell and then say whether or not you want alerts for everything that we do or alerts for just the odd thing. So it's up to you. But just remember to make sure your alerts are actually switched on your devices, because sometimes I know that pings can get a bit annoying and you might have it all on silent and then you won't get your alerts. So there's another way that you can be alerted. We both have Facebook pages and Facebook groups, so we usually share straight to there, and so you can subscribe to those and you can share things that you've made having been inspired by either of our channels. You share on Esther's page stuff from her channel, and on my page group things from mine. And also we do have a WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp broadcast system, so that's something that I've pioneered. So if you want to get in touch, please go to ruthtrice@gmail.com. I'll write that in the comments. And it's nice to see that my internet has calmed down. I think sending my son to bed worked. So I get alerts for it all. I'm addicted. Oh. How long have you been doing Stampin' Up, Esther and Ruth? It will be my 10th year anniversary next year.
It'll be my 5th already in March.
Next March. Or you've already had
next March. No, this 2021.
So it took me 5 years to convince Esther.
God, yeah, that's quite a long time.
What were your excuses, Esther?
I don't know why it took, I honestly don't know why it took so long. I think because I was sat on other craft supplies, I didn't want to quite let go. I hands up, totally honest with you, the price of the product, that was my initial thought. It's like, it's a bit expensive, isn't it? But then I slowly got into it by buying retired product and realizing that actually, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. And then other things slipped in, like the fact that at the time I did a lot of commissions and just card making in general, and realizing actually to have one company where you can coordinate the products, I couldn't find that anywhere else at the time. So and then there was a special offer. If you signed up, you get extra freebies in the new year. And I was like, I am a bit of a bargain queen. And I waited, I think, almost the last minute to sign up. And I was like, do you know what have I got to lose? Like, I can always back away anytime. You know, that's quite nice to know. So, yeah.
That is to tell people, because I think some people think that if they sign up that they're almost signing their lives away, and you're not. You basically, you sign up, you become a demonstrator, and that allows you to order at a discount. Now if you enjoy doing that, you just keep ordering, and if you share the love and you end up with a few people ordering off you, then you just keep ordering. But if you decide, okay, I've got enough stuff now, like ever. No, I'm kidding. If you just get to the point where you go, no, it's okay, I've got enough, you know, I'm happy, you know, I don't want to spend any more, because Esther and I both appreciate we have budgets, we have family budgets, we have, you know, other family financial commitments. So we're not interested in making people paupers. You know, we're not interested in making you owe the bank loads of money. So I hope you will recognize that from our channels that we are also very frugal about how we use our supplies. So you know, if you want ideas about, you know, selling cards, making card commissions, we are very experienced in that area, and we are also experienced in how to start a Facebook page, how to get onto YouTube. So if you were to sign up with either of us, we would be able to give you, you know, 10 years of my experience and 5 years of Esther's experience, you know, and combined that's 15 years of kind of crafting experience is longer
with Stampin' Up.
yeah with Stampin' Up 15 years experience. So, but card making, 20, I've been making cards for over 20 years, and you, what, you're 20 years as well, probably. Yeah, so 40 years experience. Yeah. I'm just a discount demonstrator, no team.
And that's okay. People, you know, people sign up for all sorts of reasons, you know, and like we often say, you don't have to do this. You don't have to go on live anywhere. You could just sit happily in a spot in your house and stamp away to your heart's content. But, you know, Stampin' Up is so much more than just stamping. It's, you know, it's this great community on here. So just remind people, I started stamping first. Ruth might have signed up to Stampin' Up later, and with Stampin' Up, I started stamping first. So I like to think, you know, when you win your Oscar for Stampin' Up, you've got to name me for actually introducing you to stamps.
That's so funny. I love the way you're getting that in, because Esther and I have a dear friend who's an actor. I'm not going to name the person, but and I helped this person introduce them to acting, and I've reminded this person on occasions that if ever this person gets an Oscar, they're to name me. It will officially be out. So Esther's now reminding me that if I ever get there. I don't think there's a category in the Oscars for stamping, Esther. I could stamp a costume. That's so fun.
I'm sure, you know, if you get on stage or something like that, you can hold up a banner, you know, big shout out.
Yes, if I ever get on stage for some, yeah, I've got a 10-year anniversary coming up, but we don't tend to shout out things for that.
I'll have to do something special if I walk across on my 5, won't I?
Yeah.
Nessa, you're so kind. Nessa, you can't be old enough to have that much experience.
Well, I started knitting when I was
just our stage age.
Stage age.
And Martina says, I have 40 years of I have those 40 years experience all on my own. Norma Jean says, I love to craft, but I always have to get ideas from others, not good at it on my own.
Well, stick with us, Norma Jean, because we'll
give you some
teach you how to also try and develop those ideas, those creative ideas yourself, because we both truly believe the more you do it, the more familiar you are with handling colour, textures, compositions, the more you do it, those ideas will start to flow. And if you start looking at the world in a slightly different way and going, okay, why do I like that? Why do I like that painting? Why do I like that card that someone sent me? What are my favourite colours? You will start to develop your own language, your own creative language. And we both are passionate about kind of teaching that and making sure that you guys aren't just copying us, but actually you're developing yourselves. So there we go. Oh, Vicky says, when I get my $1 million sales, when I get to design my own stamp set, I'll have to draw a little Esther.
Just put a little star in there somewhere, just like a token, you know.
Okay. I know. I calculated a few years ago how long it would take for me to get to 1 million, and I calculated it'd take me 150 years.
150. I think you need your sales projection re-looked at, Ruth, if that's the case.
I think it might be about 100 years now. It's going down. I've had a good year.
Well, that's better than up, isn't it? Just keep going up. You've got to take me to the incentive trip first, remember, and then worry about your million sales later.
I know, that's what Esther keeps going. Incentive trip, incentive trip. So for those of you who don't know, Stampin' Up offers some really amazing incentives for reaching certain goals. So there are certain sales goals and recruitment goals, and you get special points and things like that. So if you do very well in a year, you get to go on this special trip, and often they're like really beautiful cruises and some really beautiful resorts and tours and things like that. So obviously I've not earned an incentive trip yet. I'll let you know if I ever do. So, but one way, you guys who we know that a lot of you who follow us, you cannot shop with us. We do appreciate you still being with us. And one simple way of just helping us out is by giving the thumbs up and to share the video with people that you know will love it. Please don't just start sharing across your whole Facebook profiles, you know, because we don't want people to get upset with keep seeing our faces everywhere. But please do share with people who you know will enjoy our company, our crafting and our ethos. And if you're in any of our markets and you do shop with us, either of us, and you've got a friend who you think might like a catalogue, then just drop us a line. You know, Esther and I are quite happy to send out catalogues to people who you think may be interested. So that's just a simple way you guys can help us. So, and thank you also for everybody who's ever super chatted and PayPal donated as well, because that just helps us to be able to buy extra stamps to then show you guys. So we're super grateful. We love you all. 150 years, says Bonnet. I'll recalculate
Linda
it.
says, I start to make a card and then I get an idea to make another card and start on that one. Rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit
You
hole.
hop from one to another.
Yeah. I think that's what, is Cindy on here? That's what Cindy does. And then she leaves this little like trail of things, like she has a box here and then a box here and a box here, and then before you know it, her whole house is covered in little boxes of ideas. Is she still on here?
I wouldn't show you my floor.
Martina just got
it's just
Bowles dies. Thank you, Martina. I saw you placed an order. See, Martina's really fortunate because she lives in Germany and the warehouse is in Germany. She can place an order and she virtually gets it the next day, whereas we wait about 3 or 4 days.
Maybe we can get Martina to order us stuff and get it shipped to us quicker.
No,
Night, Helen. Helen's our middle sister. You can go follow her as well.
Yes, Esther, she signed up, but she's going to be leaving for Zambia soon. So. Night, Helen.
Cindy said me.
Who said me? Cindy. Yeah, Cindy's woken up now. Yes, Cindy, we mentioned
Me? Yes, you. Right, my dears, 11 o'clock on 11.
Oh, 11, right.
Coming pumpkin hour. Thank you so much for joining us both and putting up with us. Oh, Deborah's just super chatted to you.
Deborah, thank you. That's very kind.
That's really kind, Deborah.
So, but with both Esther and my channels, if anyone super chats or PayPals or shops with us, then we film an extra little video that goes out. Now, mine is exclusive. It only will go out. Esther's is just a sneak peek. So Esther will film a special sneak peek and you'll get to see that a bit earlier. But as she grows, she may change what she does and, you know, we'll see. So we are very much our individual, you know, we run individual businesses and, you know, we do things differently. So that's what is quite fun about collaboration.
So yeah, this is quite unusual. We don't do this all the time and it won't be like this all the time, but occasionally, you know, you might see our faces on each other's channel. It's just a nice way to collaborate and to cross supporters and to go, hey, you know, this is my sister, this is what she does too. So, and hopefully, you know, you'll find that we work together well. You know, some duos you might watch and be like, oh no.
We
Well,
usually
you might think about that,
to be quite honest. So, you know, If anyone
End up with what?
comes over from Periscope, then you'll know how hilarious it can all get. Martina said something about the re-inkers. Yes, they are on back order, Martina. I've got no idea when you're going to get some of them, but the fact you've ordered them means that as soon as they come in, you will get them. So every week we get updates about the inks. So for those of you who don't know, in Europe, we're still having problems with our customs. So Stampin' Up are having to produce what are called data sheets of the ingredients of the inks to get them checked by European customs to make sure they're not toxic. And then they're having to print the sheets, print the new stickers, and having to sticker the inks before they're allowed to be released. So it's a laborious process and very frustrating, and thank you so much for bearing with us in the European market, because it's been a bit crazy recently. So there we go. Take care, guys. Lots of love.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.